actor, and you started to do this thing called the gay fight.
You fucking dirty bitch. Who you talking? I heard you push my sister down the stairs. Bambi, don't even get into it. And you know what? You lucky I'm nice, and I'm not gonna waste my breath, my time, and definitely not my energy on you. My homeboy will take care of you. There that bitch is. Go take care of her.
The gay fight is like one of your most memorable and most funniest videos. I mean, it's a 3-part series. Someone like you doing a series like independently is amazing, which got generated with 450,000 views. 450K views.
I can't even remember the last time I had that many views.
How did that come about? Like, what inspired you to be like, I want to do this, and got the cast involved? Because you got to see it, and we're gonna roll the tape while you're having this interview.
So the thing was, to be an artist, you got to be multifaceted. You cannot just be, a one-trick pony.
Right.
And like me, I dabbled in the music, and I was like, I want to challenge myself. But I mean, you can't act by yourself. There's so many monologues you could do. So I was like, you know what, let me get my friends involved, because if we do this like that, we could just hang out and record, and it's like, it don't have to seem like work.
Right.
So I used to be part of this acting class, so I felt like it was very appropriate because they already act. So I'm like,
the way you said appropriate.
Yeah, it was mad appropriate. Like, they already act. So I was like, y'all need to be in this with me. And I did not come up with no storyline. Everything was improv, mad organic. And I was like,
it was improv?
Yeah.
Damn, bitch.
You
I thought you was out there on Pages and Microsoft Office like,
oh no.
All right, that's your lines. Now remember it, bitch.
No. I ain't even had that nice camera you got. All I had was like this little cheap camera that I bought on Black Friday. And
it wasn't around the winter time.
Yeah.
In the video.
And I told my friends, yo, I think it would be mad cool if we started doing like little skits or whatever. And like at first they thought I was crazy. And I was like, but it's gonna be mad fun. And it took a lot of convincing. But finally I got them to do it, and before you know it, they was the ones trying to get me to do part 2.
Because one of them was already like almost like 100 and something K views. No, 224K views. And that was the first one.
Oh
and when you first found it, you said, no fucking real, it's fucking
like I had so much fun. Like
hell?
You guys have no idea how much that meant to me. Like when I look back at those videos, I always think to myself, like, oh my God, I would love to go back in time and do it all over again.
And not only that, when you first did it and they were still not convinced to do it, I think at that time, because again, YouTube was just started, it was only like maybe like a year in. So nobody was really doing that stuff. Like,
I mean, for a while, everybody kept comparing me to Chris Crocker.
Right, but I mean, shout outs to Chris Crocker, but the only thing with Chris Crocker, he was doing a lot of like vlogging, like very on like one-on-one. But I think what you did, you took it to a whole new level that was ahead of its time in terms of being viral, and not only that, being part of the LGBT community. So when you first started it, it was not a lot of people were doing it. So for you to do it and get that so many views, now 10 years past, you see tons of people doing all these damn skits, and you're like,
oh my God.
First one. So.
But the thing, honestly,
but you stood humble.
I'm gonna keep it real. I could not have done it by myself.
No.
Like if it wasn't for Bambi, Star, Joshie, Juliet, all of y'all, like without y'all, there would have been no views. I'm telling you, like people, not only were they like involved with the storyline, they love those characters. Everybody, every time I make anything, they're like, where's your friend Bambi? Where's Star? Where's this and that?
I thought you was all like
yeah, I mean at the time we was like, remember that show, what was that show? With the black girls and they was all friends?
The Cheetah Girls?
No, because I know the one with Diana Ross's daughter.
You said Diana Ross?
Her daughter. Remember? It was, you know what? Y'all know which one I'm talking about. It was 4 girls and they was best friends and they always kiki together. Me and my friends, we was like that.
Okay.
Like we would always talk about what came out in H&M. Like we would talk about who was messing with who on the low. Like we would always hang out together while we ate our peanut butter jelly sandwiches. So one day I just got this idea. I was like, I got a new camera. Y'all want to start recording?
And you just started to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we was not even allowed to, and we still did it. Like remember the part where
you took long to
Bambi,
get there.
remember, you're so funny. And that, mind you, that whole scene was just across the street. I don't know why it took so long.
Walk runway, Miss Kind. Walk runway, Miss Kind. Walk runway, Miss Kind. Now that they've so gracious, walk runway, Miss Kind. Walk runway, Miss Kind. Walk runway, Miss Kind. Now that they've so graciously cleared the path. Runway kids, hit the floor. Bitch. Now notice I said runway.
But the part where Bambi first started the bathroom, like, honey, we was not even allowed to have a camera in the bathroom because people was really peeing in there.
But you made it work.
Okay.
Will there be a part 4?
Oh, girl, get out of here. Get out of here.
The fans are like, part 4.
Oh my God. You know what? I try to reunite those girls time and time again, and they just, like, everybody, we went our own separate route. And, like, we all have our lives to live. Like, that's why I said if I could go back in time, honey, that was one of those moments that I'm just like, I love this moment. I just want to bask in it. You know what I mean?
Right.